All right, all right, guys. Welcome back to the Ghost of Lord Master Starscream. I had a little incident during the part 2 1/4, I guess. I accidentally ended the live stream because for some reason I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to back out and hop in. I clicked on the wrong button because for some reason they keep changing the buttons for me. So I'm going to send the links back out to everybody, and everyone's going to hop back in. We're going to continue talking about Tigertron. I did not mean for this to happen. This is just this is just too much of a weird day for me. I've been working all day from 9 in the morning all the way to 3 in the evening. So literally this day's just been weird for me because I usually don't work that long. I usually work lesser. So, but that's not my excuse. But anyways, all right, TFN Geek. Uh, were we talking about Tigertron? Oh my goodness.
We were.
I can't remember.
Yeah. All
right. While we're waiting.
Yeah. So
Go
Kingdom
ahead.
Tigertron won the vote into the Transformers Hall of Fame for being the best figure of the Kingdom line.
And I'm actually curious on why, to be honest with you. I don't know how it happened, but it did.
Well, it took place during October, a couple of weeks before he started appearing at retail stores or websites, I should say, for purchase. So, my own personal conspiracy theory is that Tigertron got the Hall of Fame vote for best figure because people were hoping that if he won, it would cause his figure to get released quicker. That's my own personal conspiracy.
Okay.
I don't know if it's true, so please don't quote me on that, but that's what I think.
Oh, okay. That's all good. All right. All right. What did you think of the figure? I'm going to do that again. Or ask again. All right. Hey, what's up, Joaquin Nevarez? Go ahead. TFN Geek, what did you think of the Tigertron figure, in your opinion?
Yeah, it's a great figure. I really enjoy it.
Oh, okay. All right. And like I said, it's been a long day. But anyways, and you, Ruben, after you unboxing the Tigertron figure, and I asked you to do a review on it, cause that way you could have a little more figures to review on your channel.
Yeah.
Hey, just in case I didn't read it, but hey, what's up, Joaquin Nevarez? Hope you're doing good. But what did you think of the Tigertron figure, Ruben? In your opinion?
The figure was great, just minus some of the articulation can get in the way. Even like the side to open it up for the side of the body of the tiger mode, it is kind of a pain and annoying to move, even when it attaches itself. But the figure is still great.
Yeah. All right. Anything else about Tigertron, Ruben?
That's all.
Okay. And hold on before we continue. Do you guys know they are giving us, or they're giving us now for the new leaked images for the Transformers Nickelodeon channel of Transformers? It's called Transformers Earthsparks. Yeah, we checked that out. We'll be talking about that tomorrow, but if there's anything you want to mention about it, you go right ahead. But I'm actually excited for the series and seeing what they do with it. It looks like it is using kind of the same graphics as Camp Cretaceous and a little less of Siege, but we'll have to wait and see. But all right. Let me think of. You know what? Instead of me selecting the characters, which character would you guys like to talk about next?
How about Rat Trap? He's a rat. That enough said.
All right. I guess we'll talk about Rat Trap since TFN Geek spoke first. Anyways, all right. What do you guys think of Rat Trap's character?
think he's definitely unique with his pessimistic
you know what?
attitude.
Well, yeah. And TFN Geek, you could always go first. That way we can start from right to left and all that. But anyways, go ahead.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. All right. What did you guys think of his attitude, like how he acted and all that, and
A pain
all
that he
that?
has to deal with.
You personally, that's enough said on you, I guess.
Yep.
Just a pain in the ass to deal with.
Pain in the ass to deal with.
All right, and yes, but same of the Autobots some of the Autobots look similar, and Alita 1 will be there. Yeah, that's actually interesting, and I'm curious on. I'm getting the feeling I saw a lot of people saying that Peter Cullen might voice Optimus, or that they'd rather have him voice him. But considering how things are, I think it's going to be the actors that played in Siege. But considering that this series is going to be made by the people in Canada, since they have union actors, I think we'll get Frank Welker and Peter Cullen. So I think we could get them back. So yeah. Let me think. Me personally, I actually enjoyed Rat Trap. He's funny is all I could say. Yes, he could be a pain to deal with, but I mean, oh my goodness. He'll never shut up is all I could say. Even complaining when necessary.
At least during the first two seasons of the show, Dinobot was there to shut his trap. Sorry to say it like
that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, and I like whenever he's like complaining so much, everyone just says, "Shut up, Rat Trap." That's all they have to say is just tell him to shut up, and he'll shut up right then and there. Because they're tired of hearing him say we're all gonna die and all that. But yeah, I gotta say I actually enjoyed Rat Trap, even though he could be complaining a lot. But I'm curious. What did you think of the Kingdom Rat Trap or the Core Class Rat Trap figure?
He seemed a little subdued, more subdued version of the Beast Wars version of him.
True.
Do you think he's better off as a core class figure with the size that he is, even compared to the other Maximals, or do you think he should have been a deluxe figure?
I have the Generations Deluxe Rat Trap figure, and it's definitely too large as a deluxe figure.
Okay. So you think he works better as a core class?
Yes.
For him being. All right. Well,
it's the same size like an actual rat, so.
Oh God. Oh gosh.
Well,
I could
that's true.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Actually, the Kingdom version of Rat Trap, I think he's actually the size of a mouse. Rats are much bigger than that.
Oh shit! Never mind, then.
Haven't you ever seen a mouse before or a rat, Ruben?
Yes.
I guess you didn't stick around long enough to get a good look at it.
I just ran away. It's like hell.
Yeah, my neighbors used to have rats in their yard. We'd sometimes see them running along the fence. Luckily, we called an exterminator, and they put traps along the fence, and got rid of them. But I will say this: if they were to release a Voyager class sized action figure of Rat Trap, then he would be life-sized accurate when in his beast mode.
Oh God. I have to deal with so many little mouse. Like, literally, I'm going to post a video on this. I literally was at work and I found like 15. Like, I was digging, cleaning out the chicken pens and all that, and I found like 15 of Rat Trap's little children that were just born.
It's true. I seen it.
Yeah, and I felt bad, but yeah. But yeah, literally, I have not seen a baby rat trap before. Is all I'm gonna call it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
But
detest rats and mice. They're just pests.
I understand. I totally get it. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed Rat Trap's character, and yeah, that's all I can say. I actually enjoyed his character, even his relationship with Dinobot that he had.
Yeah.
And actually, speaking of Dinobot, what did you guys? Is there anything you guys like to say about Dinobot in Beast Wars?
Best character of the series is Dinobot.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to mention about Dinobot, or any moments in any of the series, or anything like that?
Yes, the scene when he died had me tearing up.
Oh gosh, I remember that. I hate that he actually died in that series.
And in the
Yeah.
Kingdom series.
Oh God, no! I literally draw the line right there.
Yeah, I kept telling myself they'd better not kill Dinobot off in Kingdom. He'd better be alive at the end.
And what did they do?
Uh-huh.
They killed him off. And look, Otto's here. Yay! Well, in the chat.
Hey man, hey, if you'd like to join,
Hello.
hey, if you'd like to hop in the live stream, I'll put a link out there in the chat. But go ahead, talking about Dinobot.
What I hated about Kingdom is that he was the only Beast Wars character who died.
Oh God, you know what? Hang on, I'm gonna put the link out there real quick. Yeah, that's true. I hated that myself. I'm gonna go and post a comment if he ever feels like joining in. And whoever, I didn't mean to put that in there. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get the thing posted.
He said okay.
All right, there we go. I'm trying to post it. There we go. All right, there it is in the chat, man. What about you, Ruben? Anything you'd like to mention about Dinobot?
I was gonna say the same thing. That the saddest part is he died, but he was a good character.
Yeah, I gotta say, him dying literally made me cry. Even just seeing it happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I hate that.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think of the Kingdom figure?
I enjoy
That's good.
I enjoy it. I think it might be the first Hasbro released Dinobot figure that matches up the paint job that he had in the cartoons, his animation model.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. All right. Oh, hang on a minute. Hey, oh, hold on. Drum roll, please. Here he is. Hey, Otto, how are you doing?
How y'all doing tonight?
Good evening.
Good.
I'm bored. I need new shit.
You need new shit.
Yes.
Well, put fiber in your diet and you'll be fine. You'll get plenty of shit if you put fiber in your diet.
I thought he meant sheets, like bed sheets.
Oh, I already got too much bed sheets. I need new figures.
Otto thought he said you need new shits.
You need some bed sheets?
No, for fuck's sake. I need new figures.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
How have you been, Otto?
I've been sleeping tired and trying to motivate myself to do a toy review because I have like 30 toys to sit here ready to be reviewed and I'm not done one of them.
That's the situation I was in last Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I've been right here. I got between He-Man, Transformers. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, it's
Oh
easy
my
to
God.
get behind.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
very much so.
oh yeah.
How y'all been?
Def- Oh, I've been doing good, me personally.
Awesome. Y'all get anything new? Bruce, what's the newest figure you got?
Me?
I was
Well,
anyway, I was asking Ruben, so I knew what was the last figure he's gotten. I was curious.
Well, the last time I went to Walmart, I got Starscream Tigertron, and that pretty much that's it.
Uh,
Besides, he's gonna pay me. Don't worry.
and I might have to delay. Yeah, yeah, and the guy that I was going to originally go get those figures from, he ended up in a hit and run accident in his car, so we had to change our schedule. So tomorrow I might try ordering Power of the Prime's Predaking.
no, it's on it. You don't want to listen to it? Yeah.
Okay, pretty much that's it.
We were watching YouTube and I pulled up and saw y'all were talking. That's why I jumped in.
Nice.
All right.
What's the last figure you've gotten?
Me?
Lord, yeah.
Well, for me, the last figures I actually got that I actually went and bought were I think the two core class figures of Shockwave and Ravage, and also a Halo Master Chief figure. Since there's a new, because Paramount is releasing a Halo live action series, and it's been renewed for season 2.
Yeah, I want to see it.
And but yeah, right now the last figure someone helped me get was Kingdom Tigertron. So now I have all the complete Maximals in my collection. I just have to wait for whenever he sends it to me if he's able to.
That's cool. What about you, TFN Geek? What's the last one you've gotten?
The last one I got, I actually showed on your live stream. It was
okay.
Transformers Generation Selects lift ticket.
Yes. I can't wait to see that. I've been debating whether or not I was going to get that figure. I'm still waiting, but I got Pterosaur on order, and Amazon said that it should be here hopefully March 1st.
Oh yeah, that's when Amazon's releasing Kingdom Blaster. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm going to just probably end up getting the wait until it comes out as Legend Scale or Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think is it true he's not going to come? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is it true that he's not going to be coming with his little tape deck because of the Legacy?
That the Legacy release might not come with eject? I have never heard that. I thought the figure was just being a straight repack of the Kingdom version with all the same accessory pieces. So
the cassette will come with the Legacy version. Also.
Gotcha.
So yeah, nothing to worry about right there. You'll still get the cassette.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for. I just hope Hasbro and Takara announce that they're going to repaint Blaster into Twin Cast in the Selects line.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And Otto, just to get you caught up, they're real quick. Besides on what's going on with Paramount, like they already have plans for new Transformers movies and shows coming out. They already showed a teaser trailer of the Transformers Nickelodeon TV show that's coming out. They even showed off a teaser to it. Yeah, Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon has showed off their teaser to Transformers Earth Sparks, and it'll be made by the people that did Beast Wars and Beast Machines, which is in Canada.
Okay.
And it'll be based off the models that I guess you get with your Dollar General figures, but it'll be the CGI models, not the actual figures.
Okay.
So yeah,
Cool.
but yeah, they did release a teaser to it on TFW 2005.
Yeah. Known characters confirmed include Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Alita 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Alita 1's going to be one of the main characters of the series. And then
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, then there's two brand new Autobots. A silver one who turns into a motorcycle, and then a red one that turns into a remote controlled drone.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I told Lord Master Starscream and Ruben Soto when I saw the trailer, the drone kind of looks like Windblade, but I could be wrong. It could be a new character.
And also the two leading characters are two kids.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Kind of like what they did with
Yeah.
Prom and stuff.
Yeah, but it looks like there might be an adult, so similar to Robots in Disguise 2015.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But yeah, definitely go check it out. It's on. Oh, I was gonna say definitely go check it out when you get a chance. It's on TFW 2005.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to do that.
But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, TFN Geek. Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, if you guys will excuse me for a moment, I need to hop out, but I will be right back.
Okay.
All right, man. All right. But yeah, and also, real quick before I continue with the topic, I wanted to ask Otto, you have a Power of the Prime's Predaking?
Power of the Prom's Predaking?
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, I think you have the Predaking figure, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Yeah, that figure I might be picking up tomorrow.
Ah, that is a cool figure. I really enjoy it.
Because, yeah, since I don't have a complete combiner in my collection, literally, I'm still one Constructicon short for the movie one, which is the Studio Series Overload figure. So I'm still one Constructicon short on that. So since I don't have a complete combiner, I figure, you know what? I'm going to have to get a full combiner. So I decide to go for Predaking first.
Oh,
And
that's a good figure. I really like
it. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna enjoy putting on all those stickers. Ugh, not stickers.
Yeah.
But yeah. And since I was talking a little bit about Beast Wars tonight, I'm curious. While I'm waiting on TFN Geek, what did you think about the Beast Wars series when you first watched it, Otto? Like your very first viewing of Beast Wars.
Beast Wars? Oh,
yeah, like
back when it first came out.
Well, when you first watched it for the very first time, like what did you think of it?
Well, I saw it when it was coming out, and I got to watch it where it was coming out weekly. So I was like all in. Where I lived, it came on a channel called Channel 46 on Sunday mornings at 8:30 in the morning. So I was up watching that. And, I watched that and Sailor Moon. That was the two cartoons that came on, and then one called Savage Dragon
before the bus ride to school.
Yeah, there was a Savage Dragon cartoon monkey. Yeah. So I was like watching it, getting ready. I had on to school that. So yeah, love Beast Wars, loved it. I was kind of turned off at first about the anime, or the graphics, but the story is what caught me and kept me. Mm-hmm. And then they came out with Black Arachna, and I was like, that was it. I was like, I'm done. There we go. I'm watching this every week.
Nice. And I guess I already got finished given so much of Beast Machines, like I got done having all the words I wanted to say with that, or we wanted to say. But what did you think of Beast? Yeah, what did you think of Beast Machines, the sequel?
I don't think it was as bad as the fans made it. I think going back and watching it recently, I could see the direction that they were going. I just don't think that they were able to tell that within the first story. I think a lot of people were taking off, certain generals uh, in agreement with Megatron, and I kind of think that's where with fans it was lost.
Yeah.
Because you had a lot of a lot of
And
the old, even Autobot leaders that were agreeing with Megatron, which was like, wait a second, they would never have done that.
I did want to ask, in Transformers Beast Machines, and you talked about this on your live stream one time. You were talking about that Megatron was pretty much being the good guy in Beast Machines in the situation they were currently in, and the Maximals were pretty much the bad guys. Like, Megatron was in the right by keeping Cybertron the way it was, but the Maximals were in the wrong, trying to turn Cybertron into a techno-organic planet. Is correct me if I'm wrong on this.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, if you took the fact that the Decepticons or even the Maximals or the Predacons or the Decepticons was going to change Cybertron completely, where it was not in its original form, that would have been the stories that they would have been praising the Maximals. They would have been praising the Autobots to stop the Decepticons or stop the Predacons from actually changing Cybertron. So that was the thing that I looked at going, wait a second, I understand the power issues. That's because y'all are smaller. But being organic and having organics with your robots makes you weaker and less inferior. Less superior of a race. So yeah, that's why I said that the Maximals were actually the villains. So they were trying to force something that happened that wasn't natural.
Okay, so pretty much in Beast Machines, Megatron was becoming the hero. Yeah.
Now,
so Megatron was pretty much the hero of the story, and the Maximals were pretty much being the villains.
Megatron. I didn't agree with Megatron taking people's minds over and taking over and rewriting their part. I thought that he wasn't right in that aspect. I think both of them did more damage to Cybertron than Unicron would have.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But I do have to say, I do have to agree with you on Megatron being like the pretty much the good guy, because like it's like this. Like, how would you like? I'll just say this: it's like turning planet Earth into nothing but metal.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, and like, is that? And the planet is what it's supposed to be. Is it a good thing that I would rise up and turn this whole planet into a nothing but a metal sphere, basically? No, it ain't right, because I'm basically changing a planet that it's the way it's supposed to be, and it's Earth is not supposed to be metal, and for Cybertron, it's supposed to be a fully metal planet. It's not supposed to have techno-organic, and Megatron was just keeping it the way it's supposed to be and not change the planet. And he did what he felt was right by making sure no one would be around to do such a thing.
I'm back.
If I'm not mistaken, Otto.
What's you?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
What have I missed?
So,
we
were talking about it. Oh, go ahead, Otto. If you want to give a TFN Geek a recap, you can.
We were just talking about Beast Machines and Megatron being more of the hero of the story instead of the villain, and that the Maximals were more the villains than the heroes.
Hmm.
Because the way I looked at it is that if and where my Starscream actually said it better than I did. If the Decepticons came to Earth and decided to change Earth into a completely cybernetic, all metal planet, the Autobots or the Maximals would stop them from doing it because it's not the the natural order of things for that planet. So when the
Hmm.
Maximals came to Cybertron and they were going to change it with organics, it pretty much was like saying, the same thing. And Megatron's going like, no, you can't do that. That's not what our planet's based off of.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have always liked to think that the Maximals were pawns in the Oracle's game. I honestly, when I saw Beast Machines, I honestly thought that they were going to do a plot twist where the Oracle, who was telling Optimus Primal, instructing Optimus Primal and the Maximals on what to do. I honestly thought they were going to do a plot twist where the Oracle turned out to be Unicron,
Yes,
and
I
that he
agree
tricked
with.
the Maximals into turning all of Cybertron into half organic, half metallic worlds, so that they would be physically weaker and not be able to fight him when he finally came out of the shadows
Yes,
to
I
destroy them.
agree. And I think if that was
Yeah.
the cliffhanger to the first season of Beast Machines, I think that Fox would have allowed them to have a second season. I think it would have been enough of a cliffhanger that would have gotten fans going, "Oh, wait a second! Now this all makes sense. Wait a second, this is." Because that was the problem with Beast Machines, is that it went against everything the Maximals were about. You know, um,
Hmm.
and that was the thing that a lot of fans didn't like back in the day, was they were like, "Wait a second, this is not the Maximals. This is not, you know, what we signed on for. Where's Waspinator? Where's Parasaur? Where's the rest of them? Where's this and where's that?" There was a lot of unfinished
Uh-huh.
questions, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was honestly waiting the first time I watched Beast Machines for them to do a plot twist where the Oracle had actually been the main villain the whole time,
I would have loved that.
and that the Oracle was actually Unicron.
Hmm. I would have absolutely loved that.
Yeah.
Because if you do a plot
Yeah.
twist where
And
the Oracle was
yeah, and
the
they
main villain the whole time, then it actually works for Beast Machine's advantage, because you realize the Oracle is responsible for most of the main events. Hence, the Oracle managed to successfully lie to all the Maximals, including Optimus Primal, and Megatron was
Hmm.
oblivious to what was going on the whole time. And
Hmm.
you realize that if it had been Unicron the whole time, that it actually it not only shows how, but the way the Oracle was like the mastermind behind the events of Transformers Beast Machines. That sounded more like the what a boss villain would do, not a wise hero instructing the younger heroes who have actual bodies to do an important task.
yeah.
Essentially, do their bidding is essentially what the Maximals were. It was like the whole time, he's running around, questioning himself the whole time, or trying to accomplish the task that's been set before him. And to the point where sometimes you look at it, I mean, Rat Trap's one of my favorite characters, along with Cheetor. Um, but you end up having Cheetor, especially after the episode where you find out that Rhinox is actually, oh, what was his
Tankor.
name? Tankor.
Tankor.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
hated
have.
that.
Well, see, I didn't hate that. I didn't hate that because I looked at it this way. It was like, you go back to Beast Wars, and you see how at one time he was evil, essentially. It kind of
Yeah.
went back to that and said, hey, he was like, I agree with Megatron because he's a scientist. He was a scientist from the very, and it was like, no, I'm not going to, you're trying to change Cybertron. I'm going to have to side with Megatron. I think that's why Red Trap ended up betraying the Maximals and stuff. And Cheetor started questioning Optimus Maximal on what he was doing.
Yeah. And also, this is another thing. Rhinox made his decision on what side he wanted to take, and then Rat Trap and Cheetor were trying to at least get rid of everything that was going on with him. So, like when they were trying to change his mind and when they were trying to change his mind and try to get the old Rhinox back, Primal showed up and said, no, let him go. And both Cheetor and Rat Trap were like, are you insane? And as Optimus Primal said, if we change Rhinox's mind, then we are no better than Megatron. We're basically the villains.
Well, see, that's what they were doing to Cybertron. They were changing Cybertron, and that's the thing that never made sense with people. Is that they were picking and choosing what they were going to fix or what they weren't going to do.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Who do they take orders from? Do they take orders from someone? Like, who is the real person in charge of Cybertron? Is it the Oracle or is it Primus? I'm confused. Like,
what's the problem?
This did not. That was that.
I thought it was supposed to be Primus.
It is supposed to be Primus.
Yeah,
that's why I said a moment. That's why I said a moment ago. I think that had Beast Machines been allowed to continue to a second season, my own personal conspiracy theory is that the Oracle's true identity was Unicron.
Yeah.
And that after that final scene, at the end of Beast Machines, where they're amazed at how Cybertron came out, that shortly after that, Unicron was going to reveal himself, and that he not only tricked Optimus Primal, but he led both him and Megatron to their graves. And granted, that makes Unicron a completely despicable being, but what is Unicron supposed to be the Transformers version of?
The devil.
So it works out for Unicron to have manipulated everything like that.
That's true. Yeah. Besides, Unicron have the horns.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my own personal conspiracy theory that the Oracle was actually Unicron.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I have to deal with something.
But yeah, I do have to agree. It felt more like Megatron was was pretty much the good guy, even though he kind of took things to a different level by deactivating and capturing all the sparks of the Cybertronians. I could see why he did it. It's because he did not want no one to challenge him, and he wanted to make sure no one would be around to challenge him and try to turn Cybertron into something that it's not supposed to be. It's the best way I could put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
So, like I said, Megatron did what he thought was necessary to make sure no one would be around, and also create an army of drones to make sure no one would be around to challenge him or, like I said, turn Cybertron into something it's not. And
well, I mean, you end up having generals that end up siding with Megatron.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, you were talking about that. This is the actual Megatron this Megatron actually did something that G1 Megatron could not do, and that was actually take over Cybertron.
Yeah, that's the reason why I like this Megatron better. That's why I felt with Kingdom, he really got punked out being a fanboy. Because that Megatron, and everybody that has followed my channel knows me personally knows that Megatron is not one of my favorite characters. I know he is for a lot of people, but I just felt that there was like his leadership skills was completely lacking. That the one I felt that could actually have made something happen would have been Soundwave. That he would have been able to accomplish the task that he went forth. This was the first. This was the Megatron that was willing to go to the links of genocide to accomplish his task, but be able to keep the sparks alive, but where he managed them. So I mean, he was sincerely he actually defeated, a Prime. Because every time you look at it, the Maximus was completely defeated by him. He defeated them in every turn. He outsmarted them in every level.
Yeah. And I can agree with that. And
that's even the reason why I like Galvatron better than Megatron, because at least he was a threat. And then in season 3, he had a better personality because he had his wires crossed and he was crazy.
He did not end well for him by the end of it, because he ended up failing at his mission.
Mm-hmm. He sure did, and that was the thing that I liked about the Beast Machines, the Beast Wars. Megatron, that what he put his mind to, he accomplished.
Yeah. I do have to ask, even though some people hate Beast Machines and don't like it, like me personally, I'm one of them. But that's my opinion. But is there anything you did not like about the Beast Machines, or was everything all good for you?
No, no, it wasn't all good. If it had been all good, it would have carried on to a second, maybe a third season. It had its flaws. It had its issues. It had where a lot of things didn't make sense. How did Megatron get ahead of the Maximals when he fell off in the time stream? There's a lot of potholes when it came to that. So
that one actually makes. Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Primer. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but that actually made sense to me.
Okay.
Megatron arriving back on Cybertron before the Maximals.
If you want to explain that, TF and Geek, you can.
Sure. So when they go into the time portal back into the future, they're traveling forward through time. They're just going faster than the speed of light. And when Megatron escaped, he basically escaped out of the time stream and ended up at a moment in history earlier than what the Maximals exited. That's how he got back to Cybertron first. He popped out of the time machine portal at an earlier date on the calendar than the Maximals did.
Okay, so you're saying when he fell off the ship, that he fell off in an earlier time.
Exactly.
Okay. I had always wondered why he didn't get vaporized out of time. I mean, they're going through like you said, the time stream essentially, and like Steve. I was wondering how he survived. That was the thing that I wish they had gone into. Is how did he survive, and how did he then literally take over Cybertron, do the one thing that no other Decepticon had ever done, or even Predacons had ever done before, is that he take over Cybertron. I wish they had dug into that part of the story.
Yeah. I've always chalked up that plot hole as being Megatron just being too stubborn to die.
Nope.
I know that sounds like a cop-out statement, but that's enough to satisfy my own mind.
No, I don't think that's a cop out. I can see that.
I do.
can see
Yeah. I do have to ask Otto. You personally, would you do you recommend people watching this series, or would you recommend no one checking out this series and just sticking with Beast Wars and
No, I think people should
pretending
check
this
it
series
out.
never happened?
No,
Go ahead.
I think that it should be. I think that people should look at it and make their own decisions. I mean, because overall, it is the one. It's the one Transformer show that literally pushed the boundaries of Transformers. It proved that you didn't have to have G1. I mean, this is what a lot of Bay fans should be excited about. This is the groundbreaking level that showed you did not have to have the original cast of Transformers to do a series where you had seasons of Beast Wars and then you had Beast Machines. Um,
Yeah.
I would love personally for the Transformers to go back to that. I would love to see them have a whole new cast of characters that are not Megatron, that are not Optimus Prime, that are not a red truck or a tank. It's come with a whole new characters and run with it. I would thoroughly be excited for that because that's what Beast Machines and Beast Wars gave us.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So you would recommend people giving this series a chance and have their own opinions and well,
Yeah.
personally, I can agree with that because even though some people would say this is a bad series, me personally, I would, but I'll just say this. I will give it this. This series did introduce people to a new generation of Transformers fans. Like, for those who are curious. And Beast Machines is pretty much some people's G1, I can say. And, like for example, Transformers Prime, the Bayverse, and I'll confess, the Bayverse is pretty much something that got me into the Transformers figures. That's how I was introduced to Transformers, is through the first Bayverse film. And same for Beast Machines. That pretty much introduced people to a new audience of Transformers. So I can give it that. And the only thing I did not like about Beast Machines, I mean, it was good for what it was, but the only thing I did not like was the character models. Like, they looked, I know they gave their opinions on it, but I'm curious, what did you think of the character models for Beast Machines, like Primal, Rat Trap, and Cheetor, and all them?
For me, I didn't like the way they looked. And I didn't like the fact not only did not only how they didn't look, but then when the figures came out, this is the reason why I have been a huge person has been against translucent plastic. You have Beast Machines that comes out, and they use a ton of translucent plastic in those figures.
Yeah,
and
I can agree with that. I saw a lot of people's or the Optimus Primal figure. I saw that figure break like crazy. But
all
go
the
ahead.
time. I mean, I was so scared after I transformed it the first time that I never transformed him again. I never even touched him again. He's actually in a Ziploc bag and in a box because I don't want him to fall apart. Because I did enjoy the way he looked, but that's why I'm against translucent plastic because it's not going to hold up. Everything that I have that's been translucent plastic disintegrates. It does not last. It breaks. It falls apart. It's not durable, and that's the reason why I canceled my order for Bulkhead.
Okay.
I didn't even pre-order Bulkhead.
I did with Big Bad Toy Store. And after our talk last night, I was like, no, I just can't do it because I've already seen some of the earlier pictures, and that whole chest cavity is completely blue translucent plastic.
Did you check Prime vs. Prime's review on the figure?
No, I have not checked anybody's reviews yet on it.
Okay, you might saying like check out the reviews whenever you have time, because Prime vs. Prime pretty much reviewed Skids, the Optimus Prime figure, Kickback, pretty much the whole entire wave one of Legacy.
Yeah. Okay, because I saw all the other ones. I did not see Bulkhead.
Yeah,
I saw his other reviews.
I'll say this about the Legacy Bulkhead figure. It looks more like a mashup of Prime Bulkhead and the Age of Extinction version of Hound.
Yeah, because it's a military vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Otto. I was going to say, I could totally agree with that, because it does look like Hound from Age of Extinction, like being a flat-nosed military truck. But I was going to say, I'll send you the video, Otto, of Bulkhead. But go ahead.
The thing with me with Legacy
Okay.
that I'm having a hard time putting my teeth into is the fact that, one, they're reusing older models. I know they're not that old, but you know what we've seen so far is nothing. The stuff that's new is very simplistic transformations. Even though they're saying we're trying to give it a G1, what they would look like if they were G1, I'm like, don't do that. I mean, if you're going to use the Prom characters from the Transformers Prom line, then make them look close to that Prom line. I mean, this Legacy, that means it comes across all these timelines. For me, it's starting to become a very easy pass. Minosaur is pretty much the only thing I'm actually looking forward to out of the line so far. You got Studio Series 86. You got Studio Series, the regular Studio Series, and the Bumblebee stuff that's coming out. Those figures are so much above generations that I'm like, why am I going to waste my money on Legends? I mean, Generations, the Generations line, when I have the Studio Series line, that is clearly, not doing the translucent plastic. It has it, but it's not like what we've seen out of Generations, where certain characters are at least 20 or 30% clear plastic.
Yeah. Well, me personally, I'm going to try to go completist on the Legacy collection because, hey, like Skids, the Kickback figure, I'm going to confess, if you're going to ask me how many Insecticons I have in my collection, all I have to say is 0. I have 0 Insecticons in my collection. Like, same for Skids, the G2 Laser Prime. The only Prime figures I have in my collection is the Ultra Magnus and the Legends Cliff Jumper and Wheeljack. For some reason, they were called the Cyberverse that was called the Cyberverse line during the day. But yeah, those are the only Prime figures I have. But I am going to collect all the Legacy figures. Plus, it gives me a chance to expand my collection a whole lot more. And plus, that's another reason why is because of translucent plastic. That's why I don't transform any of my figures anymore, because I used to have fun transforming my figures, but some figures I bought as a kid just broke in my hands. Like some of the Revenge of the Fallen figures I got, like because I was a kid, they broke in my hands because I was rough with them, and sometimes I would go easy with them, and boom, they just break. So over the years, I learned to stop playing with my figures and just display them on the shelf, because I just don't want to break any of my figures, considering how tight some of the joints are, and it just freaks me out.
And that's one thing I noticed with Kingdom Ultra Magnus. He did not feel like he was designed to be transformed multiple times.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Learning from you last night, TFN Geek. Knowing that Rodimus Prime figure has translucent thighs. I love the figure, but hearing that, I was like, I am not transforming that figure back into car mode. I am not. Because now it already freaks me out. I'm even a little bit scared to move the legs now.
Think about the price you just paid for that figure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You should have no translucent plastic. That's painted over.
But,
should have no translucent plastic painted over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
not for the price that you're paying.
Even though it did. Yeah.
And that's
even
what
though
I'm
it
worried
did
about
not.
Roadmaster.
Sheesh.
Yeah. It did come from my money, but Mr. Slipstream was the one that got the Rodimus Prime figure for me on Christmas. I was like, oh, thanks. Bless you.
Sorry.
No, you good. But yeah, that pretty much Rodimus Prime was a gift from her. Same for the Gigawatt figure and the Battle Across Time collection of Skywarp and Sideswipe. And I can't remember what other figures I got. Oh, Wingfinger. Those figures were pretty much Christmas gifts from her.
And I had to do the payment for them.
Yeah, but I do have to say, that considering the price of Rodimus Prime, like, okay, Jetfire, the only translucent plastic I know is the cockpit section, besides his light piping. Skylinks, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch the videos, but so...
There's not.
Are you sure there's
not any?
No, Skylinks doesn't have any clear plastic on him.
None.
Okay. And literally, I'll pay literally $130 for that figure. That's the price I found for him on eBay. But if anyone goes to find it, fine, go ahead. But I'm just saying, I'll totally pay that price for it. But $80-something, which is the retail price of a Commander class figure, translucent plastic on the Rodimus Prime thighs. The spoiler, okay, but the thighs. Come on!
Nothing should have been translucent. Nothing on that figure should have been translucent painted plastic.
It's making me worried about that. It's making me worried about that Motormaster figure now. Because are they going to use translucent plastic for the purple windows? Because that's the theme.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's the theme going on. Yeah, that's the theme going on with Transformers Legacy. If you guys are wondering what the translucent plastic is about, they're trying to say that, well, real quick, for Siege, the gimmick with that was the symbols on the back of the box. They're ranking symbols. Excuse me. Earthrise, the gimmick with that was the galaxy of the map, or the map of a galaxy. You had to buy all the figures just to put pieces of the map together, even the Battle Masters. For Kingdom, the gimmick with that was the golden disc cards. And for Legacy, the reason why with all the translucent blue plastic, like on RC, Laser Prime, and if you're wondering why the rockets are blue, I'll get to that in a minute. Like for Skids, Bulkhead, all of them, the gimmick with this is that they're supposed to be supercharged with blue energon, and that all of their weapons, like if you buy every single Legacy figure, and this has been proven with the core class Rodimus or the Hot Rod figure, that if you get all three of the core class, you could combine all three of the weapons into a bigger sword. Same for the Voyagers, the Leaders, the Commander classes. If you get all of them, you could make some sort of big weapon that is supercharged with energon. So the gimmick with Legacy is just supercharged energon with translucent plastic, which is nonsense.
Not going anywhere.
I'm going to tell you right now.
They couldn't.
Transformers with gimmicks should stick with the kids line. Honestly, if you're going to do gimmicks, if the whole thing with the power of the proms and Combiner Wars, it made sense because you had this new object come into existence being found. But honestly, giving us clear plastic and letting them be supercharged by it, that's something that should be done in the kids line, the TV show line. That should not be in the generation.
Yeah. And also, can I just say this? Give kids that bulkhead figure. You know what? Actually, better yet, give kids Kingdom Tracks. How long do you think that figure is going to last in a little kid's hands? How long do you think? I would have to say like 10 seconds. Give it 10 seconds, they'll break it in 10 seconds out of the box trying to transform it.
Oh, they'll snap the legs off.
Oh yeah, it's like what Ninja Bill and I both have always been 100% for the Cyberverse line of the gimmick, because that's where it needs to be. And those figures, I could take out right now and transform them back and forth, and I don't have to worry about anything breaking. Now, mind you, it's different when you get the deluxe for some reason now. I'm thinking that the deluxe class is made with cheaper plastic, because I ended up getting one of the figures again, the for a friend, and I was like, this Thunderhowl, that was it. I was like, the plastic's not the same as my Thunderhowl that I got when it was part of the Cyberverse.
Yeah. And I hate to say this, I got my my first my very first Cyberverse deluxe figure was Shockwave, and thanks Ruben for helping me out. I got that figure literally as I started moving the joints, stress marks started coming from that figure. I'm not lying. Literally, I can take pictures right now and send it to you guys. There is stress marks on my deluxe class Cyberverse Shockwave. Immediately, I took it out of the box, looked at it, no stress marks. Immediately after moving the joints, like bending the knees, the thighs, the arms, it started stress marking immediately when I started moving the joints.
Which one?
The Cyberverse Shockwave figure you helped me get.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got your dad.
Yeah, I don't know what is. I don't know what happened to my Shockwave, but go ahead, Otto.
But you take that figure there, and then you compare it to the Shockwave that's coming out for the Studio Series. Studio Series, and this is the thing that I never really said on any other channel, so this will be the first time I say this. The thing that got me back into Transformers, buying and becoming like a completist again, was the Studio Series. Studio Series got me back in, hook, line, and sinker. Mickey got me a Bumblebee, which is also her Bumblebee, but got me the Bumblebee, and it was in the Camaro. And I sat there, and I thought a lot of people had issues with transforming it into the car and back again. When you figured out how to move it,
are you talking about the old Studio Series 1 old Camaro Bumblebee from 2007? The one that had the roof pop-off issue?
Yes.
I have to say this.
Popping off.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But it got me back in, because I was like, oh, wait a second, it popped off. Oh, there's not a pin there, so thank God it's not there. I didn't break the figure. Because that's translucent plastic.
And that's another thing. When they re-released that figure, not in the Bumblebee pack, but for the Rusty version called Clunker Bumblebee, they actually gave that figure a pin.
Yes, just it did.
Because people had issues with that. And me personally, I love that Bumblebee. I love the robot mode. I don't transform the figure anymore, but the proportions of that Bumblebee in robot mode look good.
Yeah. And it's the Studio Series that got me back into collecting Transformers full time. I kind of walked away from the Transformers and been picking up stuff from the Matty Collector and getting some Star Wars figures. But it was definitely whenever the Studio Series came out and I got that one, I was like, okay, now this is a fun toy. This is he's screen accurate. He's extremely fun to play with. I enjoy it. Yes, the thing pops off, but you know what? I'm okay with that, because sometimes I manhandle my toys and I got big fingers and they break them. But what was a letdown for me is everything that has come out except for the Beast characters by Revan, except for the Beast characters from Kingdom. Everything else after Siege to me has been a downgrade. Siege is like I don't think Hasbro will come out with another line as dynamic and as good as the Siege line. I just don't think they have it in them to do it. I think they went all in on Siege.
I gotta say, I think they're going all out on the Bumblebee movie figures, to be honest with you, especially the newer ones like Soundwave, Brawn, Ratchet, Wheeljack. Even though Wheeljack does have translucent plastic, but still it looks like a really good figure. I think they're going all out on that line.
Oh yeah.
I think those are still studio series. I was referring to Generations. I'm referring to that I don't think Hasbro's going to put in as much effort as they did like when they did with Siege for Generations. I just don't see it happening.
Well, I will say this. If they don't put enough effort into it, they ain't going to sell no figures. And if they don't sell no figures, they don't make money. And if they don't make money, then they're screwed.
Think about this. No. Think about this, guys, for just a second. Okay? And just hear me out for just a moment. You had all the G1 people like I am that was screaming, we wanted to have, all the characters and we wanted them to be all in scale and we wanted this, and this. And they did that with Siege. They gave it to us all in the Siege line. Now, what I'm seeing happening is essentially the figures are getting more clear plastic, stuff like that. And the G1 fans are like, oh, man, I just don't know if I'm going to go. It's not G1. It's not like, the red and blue truck, Optimus Prime. So what does Hasbro do? They come out with the Studio Series 86.
The G1.
Well, we know a Megatron made an appearance in that one. We know that Optimus made an appearance in the movie. We know that all these characters have made an appearance in the 86 line. So that's pretty much telling us that, for you G1 fans, this is going to be the toy line for you. Then for you adult collectors or fans that likes the movies and stuff, we're going to keep Studio Series line, but we're now going to have a Studio Series Bumblebee, Studio Series, just regular Studio Series. We're going to even give you a combiner that you can buy that's going to be separate, come out in little small ways, so you can create that Devastator. I see them doing the same thing with the 86 line, since Devastator, they were in the 86 movie. I think that line is strictly for people that's G1, for G1 fans. And I think that's why Generations is kind of going, in my eyes, Generations is kind of getting a little bit not as, how do I put this? And the Generations line to me has now become the redhead stepchild, something that Hasbro doesn't know what to do with anymore. And it's almost an obsolete line.
Well, it's been going nonstop since the year 2010. It holds the record for the longest lasting line of Transformers ever made.
I agree. And I think that's why they're kind of spinning their wheels right now, because they don't know what else to do with the line. And I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't end.
Yeah. It seems to me like in the last few years, especially with the War for Cybertron trilogy, that the Generations line kind of slowly became like the middle line, or like a middle child. I don't want to use that grammar, but I can't think of any better vocabulary right now. It's kind of like the middle child, like for get the action figures made for the cartoon series like Cyberverse, which are targeted at younger Transformers fans and possibly brand new Transformers fans. Then you've got the collector-oriented lines like Studio Series, and the Generations line is right in the middle of those two lines.
I agree completely with that.
And the Generations line in that regard, as far as which group of collectors it's targeted at both. Like when you look at the Cyberverse line and then the Studio Series line, Cyberverse was targeted at younger Transformers fans. Studio Series was targeted at older fans, but the Generations line, the War for Cybertron trilogy figures, they were targeted for both groups. And I hate to say it, but a line that's targeted at both groups, when the groups have their separate ones there, the one that's the free for all for everybody, it ends up being kind of redundant after a while.
I agree.
And I think that redundancy is starting to show with the Legacy line bringing in characters from all the various Transformers series.
And that's why I would not be surprised if this is not actually the end of the Generations line.
Oh no,
And that's
it's
why
not.
we're getting. Well, now,
Oh no, I agree. It's not going to be the end.
yeah, I mean, I think they're going to try and milk this cow as much as they can. What's going to end up happening though is you're going to start having fans making decisions saying, I don't think I want to be a completist with this brand of Transformers. I'm going to be a completist with this brand, and if that's really how it's starting to push collectors, especially people that are pockets getting tighter and tighter. I gotta be honest with you, that Soundwave from the Bumblebee line is a magnificent figure. And when you put Ravage in his chest, and if you transform it wrong and Ravage gets stuck, you can just open up the back panel and push Ravage back out. It's like the engineering for that thing is like, wow.
Oh, yeah,
It's perfect.
Wow. Yeah.
Price hikes are
Yeah.
the price hikes are what's hurting me with my collecting, and that's why I'm not going. And that's why I didn't pre-order every single figure from Wave 1 of the Legacy line. The only Legacy Wave 1 figures that I pre-ordered from Amazon were Kickback, Skids, and G2 Laser Optimus Prime. Those
Hey,
are the only
Ruben, I sent you
figures I had
something.
any excitement for.
Where?
Yeah. The only
Instagram.
thing the only thing that I've got pre-ordered for the Legacy now is Kickback. Even though I'm not a fan of the translucent wings, but I'm like, it is an insect, so I'll live with that.
Yeah,
Kids and oh my god, I got the third party name stuck in my head for Overheat, but it's part of the Minotaur. He's
drag strip.
All right.
Dragstrip. Thank you. My brain is like fried. Well, it is 12 at night at my place.
You're getting old.
I am getting old, man. I am getting old now.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna be old. My birthday's Friday, so yeah, I'm gonna be old.
Oh, happy early!
Wait, this Friday?
Yeah, this Friday.
Oh, happy early birthday!
Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much.
Mm-hmm.
We need to do a birthday live stream.
Yay!
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
I know that I know that Nikki's got some plans. Hey, you coming up here? Hey, Cringer. I got this ready for you.
Cats.
Yeah, it's Cringer. Yeah, come here.
He wants some fancy
Oh.
feats.
No, he's looking at me
yeah,
going,
I have
hey,
to say,
why we not
I'm
in
in-
bed yet? Yeah. He's like, we're
Yeah,
supposed
I
to be
do
in the
have
bed
to-
asleep now.
I was gonna say
I'm
I'm
sorry.
actually enjoying the Bumblebee movie. No, you good. I was just saying I'm actually enjoying the Bumblebee movie figures. I was enjoying the Soundwave figure, but since that figure belonged to Mistress Slipstream, when I got my DLX Soundwave figure, I was like, okay, this is my Soundwave right here, because the way I saw it in my eyes, like, I'm going to collect all the other Bumblebee movie figures, but in my mind, when I got my hands on the DLX Soundwave, I said to myself, do I really need the Studio Series one when I have a big DLX one that has literally 80 points of articulation? Yes, this figure does not transform, but did he transform in the Bumblebee movie? No, he didn't.
No.
So I said, here, Mr. Slipstream, the Soundwave is yours, the Ravage is yours. I'll keep the expensive one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will
Well, you
say,
should find one.
But yeah. Go ahead.
I will, sorry, I will say that the 86 Starscream, Nikki got it for me as a gift. I do like the figure. Like I said in my review of it, I like the figure. I like the color schemes. But I am extremely questioning why we had a Earthrise Starscream put into a Studio Series line, because
Right.
it's like Starscream didn't have all this. It's not accurate, screen accurate, that the Studio Series is supposed to be known for. Um, it's not screen accurate. It has all the molding that they did for Earthrise still on it. And I was like, you gave us a hand to open and close. Why didn't you make it where his waist rotated? If we're
Yeah.
paying the money that we're paying for it, why didn't you give us at least that? Give us the waist rotation.
What put me off on it, I'm sorry to interrupt, was that the throne is the incorrect design.
That's
Yes, it is.
that's good.
That's
Yes, it
Mega-
is.
Megatron, no, not Starscreams.
Really?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, damn. Not even,
I
Yeah,
forgot. I forgot to mention
Yeah.
that in my review. You're absolutely right. It is.
Yeah, that's actually the bridge or the command chair or the captain's chair, I should say, of the Nemesis. So if I
Yep.
get that Starscream, I'm going to put that Nemesis chair with my Siege Megatron. I'm going to sit
Already
him in
done.
that.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
Yeah. What I
So
That's-
the Star,
Yeah.
the Starscream, the Coronation Starscream '86 line. I like it because it was a gift, and I think it's a good figure. I thought the Earthrise figure was a good figure. But I'm looking at it going, wait a second, why are we reusing figures from a different line for the Studio Series line?
Yeah.
That's
I
kind of
actually-
questionable.
Yeah, I actually read on the Transformers Wikipedia yesterday that Earthrise Starscream was supposed to be re-released in the Kingdom line, but he got canceled, and now we know why that it got canceled. Because they designed a
Oh,
bunch
wow.
of new accessory pieces for it, and they instead released it in the Studio Series line.
Yep.
God damn it.
You know,
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of glad that that when I found the Coronation Starscream at my Target store, that it was on sale. I only paid $49.19 for Coronation Starscream because he was on sale, 10% off.
Yeah, Nikki says she got it at Target. She doesn't tell me the price. I don't know how much it was actually, but she got it at Target also.
Yeah, but I was just going to say this. For this, considering what that figure is supposed to represent, I don't think the price is worth it that much. Only because I actually watched the scene of Starscream's coronation in the G1 movie. And I timed it, you guys, from the moment that the crown is put on Starscream's head right up to the moment that Galvatron blasts him. That time is only 30 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So it's only it's only for 30 seconds that Starscream is crowned Emperor of the Decepticons.
Yep.
So the coronation.
I only had 30 seconds of a moment.
So the Studio Series Coronation Starscream figure is based off a moment that Starscream had for only 30 seconds.
Yep.
And that's even more than what he got in the Kingdom.
I bet he
Kingdom
wished.
series.
Yep.
He only had a hallucination that only lasted like 4 seconds.
Exactly.
What do y'all think about them reusing figures from other lines and putting them in these lines?
I personally don't like it because the figures they reuse are the ones that collectors don't necessarily are eager to collect or see for a second time.
Kind of like Wheeljack being in Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom re-release.
Well, Wheeljack wasn't in Siege, just Earthrise and Kingdom. But yeah, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Instead of Wheeljack, I would have preferred if they had re-released Runabout.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
in the Kingdom line.
I would
Nah.
prefer both Run Amok and Runabout.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it like this: if
I hate to say this. Excuse me. I hate to say this. I was unable to get Run Amok and Runabout from both from the Earthrise. They never appeared in my stores, and I missed out because I haven't been to Target in almost 3 years or so since that figure was released. Or from the time that figure was released, it's been 3 years since I walked into a Target at that moment. I got lucky getting Thrust on eBay from a scalper, but I'm still trying to hunt down Run Amok and Runabout. Go ahead, Otto. Sorry I cut you off.
I was going to say, no, you're fine. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying that when you see the Target exclusive, it never came in my area, and
God dang it!
I was like, never could find it. Now, if Legacy is going to reuse characters for the line, then what Hasbro needs to do is make it where it was characters that were exclusives.
Thank you.
And make them where they're mass marketed with the Legacy.
Ironhide.
Well, you got Ironhide, you got Ratchet, you've got the Conehead.
Prowl.
You got Prowl. You got all these other ones.
Yeah, I
If they do
cannot.
that,
I'm still
I'm all
upset
in.
still to this day, Otto. Yeah, and still to this day, Otto, I'm still upset at Amazon when you pre-ordered the Earthrise Ironhide and Prowl for me, and I was going to send you the money, and they canceled my order a month when it was. I was so mad.
Yeah, yours and mine. Well, I wish
And
I
your
could stay longer.
Coneheads.
Yes.
You wanted your Coneheads, and look what they did to them.
I still don't
I
have
feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad you never got your Coneheads, Otto, and I feel bad that I'm the only one with Thrust.
That's all right. Well, I gotta go, guys. My batteries are dying.
Oh, okay.
But y'all have a good night. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for joining in.
Yeah, it was great to hear from you again, Autocrat Primer.
Y'all too. Y'all take care, okay?
Yep.
You too, man. Oh man.
Well,
it's already like 11:19.
Yeah, and I got to get up at
7.
Yeah, I got to get up at 7 in the morning, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into it live, but anyways, excuse me. Would you guys like to share where they can find you and
you guys can
any
find me
videos you got?
Yeah, you
Go
guys
ahead.
can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on Discord. I love to talk everything Transformers. I got some reviews coming out. I'm going to review the Studio Series 86 Sweeps, Coronation Starscream, Generation Selects Lift Ticket. I still have Shatterglass Starscream I have to review. Some of the collaborative figures, the X-Men and Jurassic Park, and the Titan Class Arc I still have to review. So please wish me luck on getting all those reviews finished.
Oh yeah.
And thank you for having me on here, Ghost of Lord
Oh
Master
yes,
Starscream.
definitely. No problem. And you, Ruben?
Well, I'm too tired to say what they can find, but I'm still uploading the videos I still have, and probably after that I might have to go on a nice long vacation of reviews, but I will do the monthly toy hunt.
All right.
Because right now I'm trying to save enough to get the 2 Lego Ninjago sets that I still need. Then I'm going to try to save up to get all the NASCAR Authentic Series that I found, the new Wave 10 for 2021, which for some reason we're in 2022. So my question is, what the hell, Lionel?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope I could get all of them, like all the new Wave. But I'm just going to... I hope I could find the limited edition liquid color.
Yeah. And I was just going to ask, could you guys please pray for me that Amazon releases Kingdom Blaster soon? Because I called my local Target store today. The only Kingdom Voyager class figures they had were Tigertron and Rhinox.
Don't worry, we got you.
Yes, I'll definitely keep in prayer. And yeah, I'm upset that I couldn't get my blaster, but I think it was worth completing the Maximals anyways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tigatron.
I'm so pissed some
And-
prick just found it. Like, I hit it
We'll laugh
perfectly.
at that.
What the fuck is this?
I know. I don't know. I guess it's a smart person for you. But anyways,
Yeah, Smartass found it for no reason. Also, TF Anki, let me know if you found any Hot Wheels in your Target. I'm still need to get more the new color reveal barrels. The Series 1. If the Series 2 is here, I don't know if they have the code yet, but check like the top of the barrel. They have like little prints of it. You can barely even see it.
Yeah. I only need 2 more figures to have gone completist on the Kingdom line.
Blaster and Hot Rod.
Yep.
Yeah, I still need to get my wing finger for the spooky, scary skeleton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out for those figures for you, TF and Geek, and that's what I'm doing also. I was hoping to go to Walmart tomorrow, but like I said, I have plans, and I'll get to that later on. But yeah, and yeah, I definitely hope. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out for the figures for you, TF and Geek.
Thank you.
No problem. And you can find me here on YouTube at The Ghost of Lord Master Starscream. Same for my Instagram page, my Discord, TikTok, and yeah, I think that's about it. If I missed something, I do greatly apologize. And I do hate, like I said, I hate to say this. I may have to delay my figures from the 22nd to the end of the month. I don't want to, but hey, I will have an unboxing, hopefully. I will give the announcement tomorrow if I got my Predaking. At least that'll be my very first complete combiner I get. But other than that, I think that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it for me. And yeah, oh my goodness. But
That's the chair.
I'm actually hoping to try. Yep. I'm actually hoping to try to get some reviews done that I have not gotten done last month because I've been so exhausted and I wasn't exactly in the mood to do it. But since we got a teaser trailer to the Transformers Earth Sparks, something tells me maybe in the morning we'll get a full trailer. So if that drops, I'll definitely do another live stream for that. And I might end up doing a 3-parter for Beast Wars, and that's about it. Because like I said, there's still a lot to talk about. And we did get a little bit off topic, so I do greatly apologize. But hey, it was good having Otto here because it's been a while since he's been on this channel. So it was worth getting off topic. But yeah, I'll do a part 3, and that'll be it for the Beast Wars, and we'll move on to whatever series. But if they end up releasing some more news tomorrow on Transformers, like the new series for Nickelodeon or movies, I'll probably cancel the part 3 and do that. Just thought I'd point that out. But yeah, I think that's about it. And yeah, and I do have something to say, but it won't be on stream, so I'll say it off stream. But yeah, like I said, that's about it. I hope everyone enjoyed this live stream and enjoyed seeing Otto come back. Definitely go subscribe to his channel at AutoCorrect Primer. Same for a community for all of us here on YouTube. And also go follow his Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, I think that's about it. And thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining in, and thank you to everyone who came and watched. And yeah, and this is the Ghost of Lord Master Starscream saying, "Seekers, transform and rain fire." Good night, everyone.